Hey everyone, this is Justin from Who Is Like You Ministries with another video. This video is an introduction to Biblical Hebrew. I thought I would make this video early on this channel because I will be using a lot of Hebrew in many of my videos, so I think it's important to know a little bit about the language. Hebrew has 22 letters, or 23 depending on if you count sin and shin as two different letters, and it is read from right to left. These letters are Aleph, Beit, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yod, Chaf, Lamed, Mem, Nun, Samek, Ayin, Pei, Tzadi, Kuf, Resh, Sin, Shin, and Tav. It is important to note that the letter Vav has a V sound in modern Hebrew and a W sound in Biblical Hebrew. I'll be using the modern Hebrew pronunciation for that. Out of the 23 letters of the alphabet, 5 of them have final forms, meaning that when they are the last letter in a word, the final form is used. The final form letters are Kaf, Mem, Nun, Pei, and Tzadi. On top of that, 6 more of the letters are what is known as Begad Kefat letters, meaning they change their pronunciation from a soft sound like a V to a hard sound like a B. With the presence of a small dot in the middle of the letter called a Dagesh Lanei, this is possible. These letters are Vet, which turns into a Bet with a Dagesh Lanei, Gimel, which doesn't really have a huge change, just a softer G, Dalet, which is just like the Gimel, where it has a softer D pronunciation. Chaf has a guttural ch sound, but with the Dagesh Lanei, it turns into a harder k sound. Fe, a ph sound, changes to pei, a hard p, and thav turns into tav. Unlike English, when writing Hebrew, it only has consonants as letters, and for vowels, a system of points was invented to help read the language more easily. Hebrew has 11 vowel points called pointing. 3 long vowels, which are kametz, a long A, tsere, a long E, and holem, a long O. It has 5 short vowels, patak, a short A, segol, a short E, hirek, a short I, kametz hatuf, a short O, and kibbutz, a short U. And then 3 reduced vowels. Hatef patak is a reduced A, Hatef segol, a reduced E, and Hatef kametz is a reduced O. Along with regular words, Hebrew also has vowel letters that make the same sounds as regular vowels but are written alongside either a Hey, Vav, or a Yod. For conjunctions, definiteness, and prepositions, different letters are used that are connected to the word that they modify. All of these letters will only be connected to the beginning of words. The conjunction Vav is used when the English word and is added to a sentence. The definite article Hey is used to make a word definite and is translated by the English word the. Another way to make a word definite is the definite direct object marker, et, which is not translated in English but marks definiteness. For prepositions, the Hebrew letters Beit, Mem, Lamed, and Kaf are used. Beit, when attached to a word, means in. Mem, when attached, means from. Lamed means to, and Kaf means like. For plurality, a word is either masculine or feminine. There is a dual form too, but I won't explain too much of that. The plural form of a masculine noun is im, and the plural form of a feminine noun is ot. These are endings that are attached to the end of a word. The perfect example to illustrate these grammatical functions is the very first verse in the Bible, Genesis 1:1. It reads, Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. In the first word, we see what's called an inseparable preposition, meaning that, as I said earlier, the letter is connected to the word it's modifying. Bereshit means in the beginning. The ba at the beginning of the word is the preposition and means in. Et is a definite direct object marker that we don't translate in English, but it shows us that the direct objects are definite. Ha is the definite article, making a word definite and being translated as the in English. Hashamayim means the heavens. Now, a side note, if any of you have read the King James Version, you'll notice that I translated it as heavens as opposed to the King James Version's heaven. I'll make a separate video discussing why the King James uses heaven and modern translations use heavens. In Va'et ha'aretz, we see the conjunction vav marking where the and goes, and the earth as it's translated. In this case, the conjunction vav will connect to the definite direct object marker and will still modify the word that the object marker is modifying. In most cases, the conjunction will connect directly with the word. The plurality can be seen in the word Elohim, for example, where it ends with im because it is a masculine word. The last thing that I'll mention in this video is the stems of the Hebrew verbs. Hebrew has 7 verbal stems and 2 main conjunctions. The 2 conjunctions are called perfect and imperfect. The perfect is mostly translated with a past tense, and the imperfect is mostly translated with the future tense. The 7 stems are kal, nifal, piel, pual, hifil, hofal, and hithpael. Kal is the most common stem, and over 2/3 of all words in the Hebrew Bible appear in the kal stem. Kal is a simple voice with an active action. This means that you are doing something, like, you will hear. Nifal is a simple action with a passive or reflexive voice, meaning, in the passive, something happened to you, like you were heard. Piel is intensive action with an active voice. This stem essentially elevates a word and increases their intensity. For example, he killed in the kal stem would be he slaughtered in the piel stem. Pual is the passive form of piel and also has an intensive action. Like nifal, with pual, the elevated action is happening to you. You were slaughtered. Hifil is a causative action with an active voice. It is you causing something to happen, like you caused someone to reign. Hofal is the passive form of hifil that also has a causative action, meaning that someone is causing something to happen to you. For example, you were made king. Lastly, the hitpael stem has an intensive action with a reflexive voice, meaning you are doing something to yourself, like you hid yourself. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and while there is so much more information on each point that I mentioned, plus other things that I didn't mention, those are the very basics of Hebrew. And remember, it's not enough to know a language's alphabet and memorize the words. You have to know how the words work grammatically to fully understand their meaning. Thank you guys for watching. This is Justin from Who Is Like You Ministries. Have a great day.